About a week ago, I had a moment where I felt like it's just not gonna happen. So I went back to the drawing board, I ran the numbers, and I asked Chat, do you see a way for me to still hit my million, even though it's only 5 months left in a year? And with a quickness, Chat said yes. But you're gonna have to focus, and you're gonna have to lock in. It's not gonna be easy, but it is doable. Over the past 2 weeks, you've seen me confront my mindset and step into a true CEO growth mentality. But in this episode right here, this one, we're getting into the numbers and the plan. So make sure that you grab your notebooks, get a pen and a paper, and make sure you comment your favorite takeaway from this section. Let's start with a quick question. How much do you need to make per month to hit $1 million a year? That breaks down into, which is about $3,000 a day. Because me and Chat go together real bad, I asked it to break down my core offer and tell me how many of each service, product, and speaking engagement I needed to do in order to hit my monthly goal. And this is what we came up with. Part of the plan was to make more digital product sales. I'm not new to digital products. The very first one that I produced is called Write the Vision. I taught it for free at the beginning of the year. It is now offered as a downloadable for you for just $27. Now, there's nothing wrong with Write the Vision, but it does not tie into any of my direct offerings. The difference between the two is one offers clarity in business and the other is more motivational and goal setting. Both give you a snippet into how my mind works when I'm working with you, but in different ways. I've also been adjusting my messaging and my back-end systems to create a clearer, smoother flow for new prospects. Time consuming? Yes. But was it worth it? Absolutely. One thing I didn't consult Chat with was the fact that I wanted to work with 140 creatives. So let's talk about that. During my mindset shift, I started journaling daily. One day I wrote, work with 100 creatives. But that felt too easy, so I bumped it up to 140. Maybe I like a challenge. So far, I've worked with 6 CEOs, totaling in about $4,488 in revenue. But honestly, it was all portfolio work. So technically, $0. The experiences were great, and they gave me a lot of clarity in my process. So it wasn't a total loss, but here's the problem. When I set the goal of the 140, I never defined it as 140 paying creatives. That realization hit me one day during prayer and journaling. It was like a light bulb moment. Like, girl, stop doing that to yourself. So if you're doing the math, I now need to meet and talk to 136 people and close most of them. So what's the plan to shift into revenue generation? I sat down with Chat, of course, and I identified my blind spot. We built a schedule around daily money-making habits like daily reach out, cold calls and emails, attending more networking events, building a follow-up system, and tracking weekly wins because I personally need to see the momentum that I have. So even when people don't respond to an email or a call or deals fall through, I can still see the progress that I'm making. Yeah, that was a lot. And confronting the numbers in front of you, you looking me all in my face, was not easy. But that's why I share this. So I want you to learn from me and move faster than me. And no, at the end of the day, you're not alone. Making your first million is a process. And if you're still watching, I don't want you to do this entrepreneur thing alone. I have a community. They're called the Better Than One community. It's full of other entrepreneurs and creatives just like you and me. And it's built for us to grow, learn, and collaborate together. We get together and we have real conversations and we work and build real businesses. Because ain't nothing small over here. We're talking big business. And that's on what? It's totally free to join, and of course the link is going to be down inside the description. At the end of the day, I only have one main goal, and that's to share my growth journey with all of its ups and downs. So you can build your brand and be able to make a what to do, what not to do list based on what I got right and what I got wrong. The point is for you to be able to run with it, okay? On the next episode of Thousandaire CEO, The Journey to Millions, we're doing more than sliding in people's DMs and sending cold emails. We're showing up in person. Subscribe and turn on post notifications.